Ben's alongside me playing the tunes. What's he got playing now? KSI, Summer is Over. Well, it is over, isn't it? Rather apt song. A rather dreary grey Saturday afternoon at Fetcham Grove. Hopefully, the game won't be dreary or grey. I don't think it will be. Swanell currently out on the pitch. That's Dave in the costume, or at least we think it's Dave. Out entertaining the fans, pitch sides. Another one of our great volunteers. Fantastic work he does. Travels all the way from North London as well. Doesn't get paid a penny. Comes, dresses up as a swan, goes out on the pitch, does his bit, and the players are actually coming out onto the pitch now. Moneyfields and Leatherhead. So Leatherhead, of course, in their green and white strip this afternoon. Moneyfield playing in yellow and blue, with Callum Smart in goal, wearing a rather striking, high visibility pink goalkeeper's kit. Top to bottom as well. Shirt, shorts and socks. All high visibility pink. Certainly won't miss him out on the pitch, that's for sure. And we've got some mascots out with the Tanners as well this afternoon. Who we got out for the mascots? Ben, do you know? Ashtead Rovers under 10s out on the pitch with the Tanners this afternoon in their yellow and black kits, rather a la Merstham. Swanell getting the fist pumps in, waving to the crowd. Doing a few gestures as well. Do you know, he's a man that enjoys that role just a little bit too much, if you ask me. Great work, Dave. Great work. Anyway, let's go through the sides this afternoon. Let's start with the Tanners. Of course, a couple of new signings in the week. In goal, back after his suspension, Sonny Wheeler. Number 14 for the Tanners is Kelvin Manuel Massango. Number 5, Alex Pearce. Number 6, Nyron Butler. Number 2 is Nyron Butler. Number 6 is George Headley. Number 8 is Tom Kavanagh, the captain. Number 10, Kane Fitzgerald. Number 4, Alfie Huckle. Number 7, Anwar Cisse. Number 11 is Marco Haig. Number 9, Ruben Bartlett Antwi. New signing this week from Basildon. Number 12, sub for the Tanners, Seb Karchevsky. Number 17, substitute goalkeeper Riley Hebditch, has done ever so well, filling in for Sonny on his suspension. Number 19 is Leo Hams. Number 16, Louis Pendergrast. And number 15, Reese Morel Williamson. Let's go through our visitors. Moneyfields. Number 1, Callum Smart. Name you might recall, played in goal last season for Thatcham Town. Prior to that, he was with Fleet. Number 2, Harry Birmingham. Number 3, Kieran Martin. Number 4, Lawrence Cooper. Number 5 for Moneyfield is Jack Lee. Number 6 is Tom Kane. Number 7, Joel Brown. Number 8, Marco D'Souza. Number 9, Scott Hills. Number 10, Callum Laycock. Number 11, James Franklin. Substitutes for Moneyfield this afternoon are number 12, George Barker. Number 14, Harry Sargent. Number 15, Eric Delude. Number 16, Isaac Kamin. And number 13, Dylan Kramer. As the teams swap ends, don't often see that. It's certainly going to be nothing to do with a hill, because we don't have a hill. It's going to be nothing to do with the sun in your face, because there's no sun out this afternoon. So what that's all about, I really don't know. Anyway, referee this afternoon is Jonathan Wilkes, and he will be assisted by Conrad Kaminsky and Stuart McKenzie. Match sponsors, True Potential Wealth Management. Getting ready to get underway here now at Fetcham Grove. Tanners kicking from my right to left. Big game. A big game for both sides, really. 15th versus 16th in the league. 2 home games on the bounce now for Leatherheads. I won't use the words must win, but this will definitely go a long way to being a good start to perhaps getting some sort of run together now for Ian Selly and the side. Afternoon to you, Nick. Thanks for the message earlier. Listening in from Spain, a well-travelled individual you are. So the Tanners to kick off. Here we go, Kavanagh, all the way back to sunny Wheeler. We're underway here at Fetcham Grove. Wheeler goes long, headed back to the halfway line from the left back from Moneyfield. It looks like the new number 9. I'm going to call him Antwi because he's got a double-barreled name and it's just too much, too long a name to keep repeating because I've no doubt he's going to get plenty of touches this afternoon. So we're going to call him Antwi. That's Ruben, our new signing. Anyway, Masango on the ball into Haig. Haig gives it back to Masango on the halfway line. Gives it back to Haig, who then gives it back to Masango. And now let it go back to Pierce. Pierce striving sort of 10 yards forward, right onto the halfway line. Gives it back to Masango to his left. Into Haig. Moneyfield's just sitting off and let their head pass in. Now players switched across the pitch, across to Nyron Butler. Into Cisse, who drops back in to pick the ball up in midfield. He flicks it over the top to George Headley in a sort of right wing position, advanced position for Headley, but the ball is cleared by Moneyfields all the way back to Nyron Butler on the back line for Leatherhead. Butler gives it to Pierce. Pierce plays it forward to Masango into Haig again. Already, Masango and Haig connecting quite well down this left-hand side for Leatherhead. And here's Pierce again. Now striving once again up to the halfway line, but gives it to Masango. Masango goes long, looking for Antwi. But goes over the top of his head and through to Callum Smart in goal for Moneyfields. New signing for the Moneyfields, signed from them this week from Fatcham Town. It's a little move by Moneyfields, trying to release the ball early and put one in over the top to set them free, but just played it a little bit too hard and it went all the way through to Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler now gives it to Nyron Butler. Butler goes long. Looking for Headley. Headed out. It's a throw into the Tanners now on the far side. Headley to take. Headers it back to Kavanagh in the middle of the park. First time he's touched the ball, apart from the kick-off some 2.5 minutes ago. Masango, he goes long. He's looking for Fitzgerald. That's going to be too long, and it's going to run all the way out for a goal kick to Moneyfields. So if you look at these two sides head-to-head so far this season, Leatherhead have played 13, Moneyfield have played 15. In terms of points, there's 2 points separating the two. Leatherhead on 16 and Moneyfield's on 14. Wins, Leatherhead have won 4, Moneyfield have only won 3. Leatherhead have lost 5, Moneyfield have lost 7. And draws, Leatherhead have drawn 4, whilst Moneyfield have drawn 5. So, apart from the 2-game advantage that Leatherhead have got over Moneyfield, there's not a lot separating the teams. 2 points, and been pretty much a mixed season for both sides. Of course, we met earlier in the season in October, and Moneyfields came away 2-1 winners of that game. Well, looking down at my notes, I didn't really look up and see what happened, but it looks like there's a cut to just above the eyebrow of one of the Moneyfield players. Do you see what happened there, Rod? Rod didn't see it. Did you see it, Ben? Well, we're like the three blind mice up here, aren't we? None of us saw it, but he's obviously had some sort of connection, and it would appear there's probably a cut there, compressing something to his head. Kane also receiving some treatment from Princess. So an early stoppage in the game here with some 4 minutes gone. Hopefully he's all right. the Moneyfield player. He's certainly all right. He's up sitting and talking to them. Hopefully he can continue. But they have just sent a sub out to warm up, just in case. Yeah, there's obviously a little cut there of some description to his, just above his eye. They're applying some Vaseline. Doesn't look like it's much. Perhaps just a little nick, not really bleeding. I can't see any blood, so perhaps they just want to prevent it from opening up. That's the number 8, Marco De Souza for Moneyfields. Back up on his feet. I think the referee's happy with what he's seen and happy with the fact that he can continue to play. And now's the rule that applies where, because he's had treatment, he now has to walk off the pitch and he has to come back on. Yeah, linesman's just checking to make sure there's no blood on his shirt. No, there's no blood. It looks fine. It looks absolutely fine. So he's going to continue to receive the rest of his treatment off the field. So Moneyfield temporarily down to 10 men. And there's a little plaster coming out. Little band-aid right above the eye. Looks like a proper player now. Anyway, Leatherhead on the attack. Antwi there a little bit late on the centre half. He's gone down. He's screaming. Just a little bit of a high foot from our new signing. Didn't look much, to be honest with you. But, well, the physio's over this side, and now she's been called on. She's now come on. Now, I wasn't at the last game, and if you're a Westfield, a Moneyfield fan listening in this afternoon, I'm going to try and remain impartial as much as I possibly can. I wasn't at the last game, but I did hear reports of lots of feignings of injuries in that game. But that's not unusual at this level for teams that are ahead in the game to try and hold on to that lead. Certainly, De Souza has got an injury. So he wasn't feigning any injury. However, the big centre half has got up. He's not even limping. He's getting a little bit of grief and he's run off like nothing's happened. Shouts of "It's a miracle." That's the big number 5, Jack Lee. So, free kick to Moneyfields. Yeah. Smart to take. Goes long. Pearce tries to get underneath it, but he's shoved over. Nothing given. Goes all the way through to Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler now rolls it out to Nyron Butler. Butler out to, not to Haig, that's out to Headley. Gives it back to Butler. Gives it back to Wheeler. Back after his ban. Butler now goes long. That's going to go long, and it's not gone to anybody. It's gone straight out for a goal kick. Butler with a header in the middle of the park. Cisse collects the loose ball, but loses it. Butler's there again to help him out. Picks it up, chips the ball over the top again, looking for Cisse, but that's run out for a throw. Throw to Moneyfields, halfway inside their own half. Into the 4 for Moneyfield. That's Lawrence Cooper. He's dispossessed by Pearce. Now Kane Fitzgerald looks like he's got a cut to his head because he's brandishing and wearing a bandage around the top of his head. He's just turned Moneyfield inside out there and he's laid a ball off to Antwi, but intercepted again. Kane's gone back in and picked the loose ball up, but he's lost it. So we've got 2 players that have got bandages on their heads. It looks like the A&E department of Epsom Hospital down here this afternoon. And we're only some 9 minutes into the game. Pearce Chips one along for Antwi, shoving the back on him. Everyone shouts it's a push, and the ref doesn't give anything. Goes straight through. Callum Smart collects. Little shoving the back from Tom Kane. Gone unpunished from the referee. Now Moneyfield come away with it up to the halfway line. Long ball from them. It's the story of the long ball so far. Long ball from Tom Kane over the top of everybody and all the way through to Sonny Wheeler. Butler to Pearce. Pearce to Masango. Back to Pearce. Being pressed. And now Leatherhead go long. Alfie Huckle now is on the left wing position. Right by the corner flag. Turns, takes a deflection, and goes out for a throw in to Leatherhead. Let's see what's happening in the division so far. 2 games with goals. Southall 1, Westfield 0. And earlier kick-off at Guernsey, for Guernsey at Uxbridge. Uxbridge 3, Guernsey 0. Goalless everywhere else so far this afternoon, including here at Fletcham Grove. Moneyfield now. Pump the ball up to the halfway line. Alfie Huckle's there. He gets stuck in. He's just overrun the ball a little bit. Now on the number 2, that's Harry Birmingham. Gives it to his big centre-half, who then goes long. Pearce gets underneath it. And that's going to go out for a throw-in to Leatherhead. Which Masango will take. Throw taken. Haig picks it up, flicks the ball over, looking for Huckle. Cut out by the Moneyfield defenders. And then go long up to the halfway line where Butler is. Gives it into Cisse into Huckle. Nice little 1-2 from him. Out to Cisse. Now he gives it out wide to Mark Haig on this left wing. He puts the ball in early, left-footed, but it's cut out. And now Moneyfield come away up to the halfway line. It's 4v5, but thankfully Butler's there. Take control. Throw in on the far side, 2 Moneyfields. Throw taken. Ball played back to the thrower. Joel Brown now picks it up for Moneyfield. He gives it back to his big centre half, who plays it across to Tom Kane, who doesn't take any chances and gives it back to Callum Smart. Smart rolls the ball, then looks for a ball out to the right-hand side. He gets there. Nice ball out to Harry Birmingham. He plays it over the top of his head, looking for D'Souza. D'Souza up against Pearce. Leatherhead now come away with it. Haig into Kavanagh. Kavanagh's lost the ball. Picked up by the 11 for Moneyfield. He's advancing. He gives it out wide. Looking for a pass. There's an overlap there on the far side. They get the overlap. They put the ball in. Butler's there. He clears it. Drops to Joel Brown. Brown gives it to Tom Kane, and he goes all the way back on the halfway line to Callum Smart. Smart plays it into the middle of the park. Moneyfield still have possession. They play it out to his right-hand side. Birmingham will try and get across it. He does get across it right to the edge of the box, but Huckle's there. Gets his head on it. Drops again, though, to Moneyfields. It keeps coming back. Someone's just said behind me. They're right. It does keep coming back. But they don't panic. Moneyfields, they go back to Smart again. He goes long, but Pearce is going to get there. In fact, he's going to leave that. That goes all the way through to Sonny Wheeler. And Callum Smart is a goalkeeper I know a little bit about. He trained with my lad at Fleet Town. Not last season, but the season before. Good goalkeeper. There we go. Antwi, new signing in the middle of the park. Chips one over, looking for Cisse, but Smart's there on the edge of his box. Collects it. Danger over. Smart with the throw outs. Goes into Jack Lee. He tries to Pump it up the field. It's blocked by a Leatherhead player. Now we've got George Headley on the ball. Been no rhythm to the game so far. Neither team has managed to sort of settle down and play a few passes together. It's all been quite long. Butler, throw on, thrown to Headley. Kicked out by Moneyfield. A thrown again to Leatherhead. Which Headley will take. Into Huckle. He tries to play it back to Headley, but loose pass. It goes out now for a throw in to Moneyfields. It's certainly, I would imagine, Nick, it's a lot warmer in Alicante than it is here at the moment. Donning my fingerless gloves. Another goal to talk about in the division. Kingstonians have taken the lead at home to Ashford Town Middlesex. 15 minutes on the clock there. Butler into Fitzgerald in the middle of the park. Back to Pierce. Across to Masango. Into Haig. Haig cuts inside, does well, gives it to Kavanagh in the middle of the park. Plays it into Cisse. Loose pass back. Wasn't a great pass back to Kavanagh, but he got there and laid it off to Pierce. Pierce is calling for a pass, people to move. Masango now has got the ball, gives it into Alfie Huckle in an advanced position, but he gives it back to Pierce on the halfway line. Leatherhead are being patient here. Out wide now to George Headley. Apparently it's warm, but very grey in Alicante. Well, I'll take the warm part, even if it is grey. It's very grey here. Birmingham now on the ball for Moneyfields. Joel Brown for Moneyfields, quite deep in position there, picks it up off the back line. It's been quite scrappy so far, but no chances for either teams in the first 17 minutes. Lots of long balls that haven't really gone to where they should have gone from both sides. No clear cut, well, no chances, or not even clear cut chances or half chances at the moment. Pierce looking for a pass. Doesn't really have much on. He's telling his team to move, so he gives it to Kavanagh alongside him. Kavanagh now moving forwards. Antwi does well, holds it up well, lays it off. Gives it to Butler. Butler plays it outside to Headley. Headley gives it back to Butler. Butler's now just looking and waiting for a pass, but he does get one off. Gives it to Cisse. Cisse gives it to Haig, gets it back from Haig, plays it out wide to Masango. Half across comes in, it's laid off. Cisse can shoot. Well, it was a good layoff from Antwi. Just inside the box, he sort of took the pace off of the ball with his left foot and laid it on a plate for Cisse. He hit it first time, pulled his shot just a little bit, and it went just wide. First chance of the game goes to Leatherheads, but it goes wide. Another goal in the division this afternoon. South Park 0, Hartley Wintney 1. Tyler Hales scoring on the 17th minute for Hartley Wintney. Big game there, of course, this afternoon in our division is Farnham Town against Rains Park Vale. 0-0 currently. No doubt a big crowd to watch that one at Farnham this afternoon. Smart gives it to Birmingham. Drives a little bit forward, knocks the ball into a big space there. There's no one around him, right in the middle of the park. The 10 picks it up, lays it off, goes out wide to the 8. Marco De Souza, he puts the ball in. It's a good ball into the box, cleared by Headley. Then picks up by Haig on the edge of the box. He doesn't play around with it. He puts his laces through it, looking for Ruben Bartlett Antwi. But the 6, Tom Kane does well, shepherds the ball back to Callum Smart, and then receives it back off of him again. Smart goes long. Fitzgerald with a bandage around his head, headers it. A couple of supporters wincing with the head bandage. And we don't even know how big the cut is on his head. It might be tiny, but he's got a big bandage on his head. Looks like Terry Butcher without the blood. Masango. Nothing to pass to. All the way back to Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler gives it to Butler. He strives forward. Gives it to Headley on the halfway line. He goes down the line. It's a wasted ball again. It's picked up by Jack Lee rather easily. And now Moneyfield have the ball. They give it back to Smart. Smart's looking for a pass. He's looking to go long. Does go long. Looking for the 11. It's James Franklin. He flicks it on, and now they do advance. They're on the edge of the box now, Moneyfield. Twist and a turn coming in from the player. Pierce is there to block it. Kavanagh's there to help out and hook it clear. Doesn't go completely clear, though. They're still in possession. Birmingham's got the ball. And now they try and flick one. That could be a decent ball if it gets there. In fact, that is a decent ball from right back to left wing. But Headley's over there as well. Wins the ball back. And now Cisse can sprint away. But he just had the ball nicked off of him there quite well by Kieran Martin, the number 3 for Moneyfields. Goes all the way back to Smart. Smart gives it to Martin. And now they go long. Butler up against D'Souza. Flag goes up, offside. So 21 on the clock. We have a little bit of a stoppage for injury to 2 players, 2 head injuries. They're both absolutely fine. They're both carrying on. Probably stopped for 5 minutes. So we've lost 5 minutes of the game. I expect those they will be added on at the end of the half. So far, just the 1 half chance really for Leatherhead. That's the story of the game so far. Not much else to write about. Anyway, Laycock comes forward for Moneyfields. They're on the edge of the box now. Some good work from their player. Shot comes in. Saved by Wheeler. First shot on target of the game goes to Moneyfield. Haig picks up the loose ball, gives it to Masango. Masango goes long, looking for Antwitz, cut out there by Tom Kane. Does quite well. Tries to give it back to his teammate, but Alfie Huckle half cut that out. But it has gone long again, this time by Moneyfields. But Masango is down in that left back position, doing a good job of clearing up. Huckle as well. Takes it on a half turn and lays it off to Antwi. Antwi lays it out wide to George Headley. Kavanagh into Cisse. Cisse into Headley. Headley back to Kavanagh. Pierce. Kavanagh. Into Butler. Butler chips one over the top for Haig. Haig's in the box now. Can he get across? No, he can't. He's out-muscled by the big centre half, and he rolls out for a goal kick to Moneyfields. So I crack open a tinny. Don't worry, it's not that type of tinny. It's a raspberry and blackcurrant Marks and Spencer's juice drink, to be precise. If only it was a beer. Too cold for a beer anyway. Masango. Into Haig. Haig to Kavanagh. To Fitzgerald, I should say. Fitzgerald looks for a pass, doesn't get one, so he switches and goes the other way. Shouts of come on movement from the crowd. Yeah, look, quite a few times we've had to look for passes, but they've just not been there. And then, of course, when you're struggling to look for passes, you tend to try passes that perhaps aren't on, and they don't quite get to where they need to go. And that can frustrate the crowd as well. Anyway, Huckle on the halfway line to Pierce. Pierce all the way back to Wheeler. Wheeler out wide to Butler. Butler plays it infield to Cisse. He does get there, gives it into Huckle. Does want to control it. Came to him at pace, but he's still got the ball. He gives it back to Butler. Back to Cisse. He's gone down, nothing given. Moneyfields pick up the loose ball, and it goes back to Callum Smart. I say throw in to Moneyfields. Ball out wide. Martin puts his head on it. Moneyfield now attacking the Leatherhead box. Some good work between Headley and Kavanagh. Looking for a pass. Masango into Fitzgerald. Back to Masango. Here comes Masango now, advancing into their half. Plays it on the overlap to Haig. Can he get a cross in? He can. Left foot, good cross. Clipped over the head of the centre half. Just got a little touch on it to take it away from Cisse, who was at the back post, but Leatherhead still in possession. Fitzgerald out to Haig. Back to Fitzgerald. Some 10 yards inside the Westfield. Sorry, I keep saying Westfield, apologies. Moneyfield half. That's what happens when you play Westfield and Moneyfield in the same week, you see. Butler. Butler to Fitzgerald. Looks for a chip over the top. Huckle does well to get there, but it's rather unfortunately bounced behind him, and it's cleared by the Moneyfield player, Marco De Souza. That goes out for a throw-in, just above the T-bar here at Leatherhead. Oh, and then it's come back. Someone must have thrown it back. Ball on the pitch. Wheeler comes out and knocks it up to Masango. Some 8 yards from the corner flag. A throw-in to Leatherhead. Still waiting for the throw to be taken. It's now taken. Drops down in the box, hoofed clear by Joel Brown. Butler's there, gets a head on it, but it's cleared again. No nonsense defending from Moneyfields. And brave defending there by the 6. Cisse's foot a little bit high. Didn't catch him, but the ref's given a free kick anyway. For a high foot. Guernsey have pulled one back away at Uxbridge this afternoon. 67 on the clock there. It's 3-1 to Uxbridge. Now, Callum Smart has the ball. Picks it up on the edge of his box for Moneyfields. No doubt he'll go long, which he does. That's flicked on, and they've got a chance here. De Souza's on the edge of the box. Some strong defending, but it does end up still with De Souza. That's Wheeler. Saves it. And that's going to be a foul from Huckle. A little bit late there on the back of Lawrence Cooper. Barged him in the middle of the back. Free kick given. Good save from Wheeler. 2 shots on target so far from Moneyfields. And no shots on target so far for Leatherhead. That can all change, of course, in the blink of an eye. So, Kieran Martin to take the free kick. It's actually shot from 30 yards, a little bit ambitious. Wheeler deals with it well, though. Clears the ball. It's not the greatest of clearances. It goes straight to a Moneyfields player. Now, Moneyfields in no rush. Just play the ball back all the way to Callum Smart in goal. Masango, Haig. Huckle does well, gets ahead of Birmingham for Moneyfields. Now, Antony's having a bit of a battle there with the big number 6, Tom Kane. The ball rolls back into the grateful arms of Callum Smart. Kavanagh, middle of the park. into Haig. Haig got some space in front of him. He's now running at them. Can he get a cross in? Cuts it back. Doesn't go to anybody. It's cleared. All the way up to Callum Laycock. Laycock lays it off, and now Moneyfields have a chance to attack the Tanners. Out to D'Souza. Plays it in, but Butler's there. He lets it run through to his goalkeeper. And here's Butler. Walking it out from the back. Into Headley. Headley back to Butler. Butler back to Sonny Wheeler. Fitzgerald does pick up the ball in the box, gets the ball across, but it's cleared by Jack Lee just as well, because Antwi was there, looking to run in at the front post, and perhaps hoping it's a count for the Tanners. Corner for Leatherhead. So, corner for the Tanners. Comes in just over the head of Butler, but it does land at Butler, but it's dispossessed right on the edge of the box, and now Moneyfields can come away with it. It's good block there by Masango. They could have broken away quite well there, actually, Moneyfields, but Masango did well to cut the ball out, but they do still have possession on the halfway line. Kieran Martin tries to play a ball forward. It's cut out by Cisse. Throw in on the far side. If you like your Step 5 football, I'll tell you what's going on. Step 5. Whiteleaf 2, Chipstead 0. Alton 0, Sandhurst 1. Hawley Town 2, Shearwater 1. Abbey Rangers 2, Knapp Hill 0. Redhill 1, Camberley Town 0. And Spelthorne 1, Twickenham Mitcham 1. Anyway, Cisse's up his legs on the far side. He's pushed that too far ahead of himself. And Jack Lee gets across and deals with it. And now Martin has the ball for Moneyfields into the middle of the park. It's switched and played out wide, and Birmingham can run forward now. There's no one near him. He keeps running towards the edge of the box. Someone needs to go towards him, but they don't. He's laid off on the edge of the box, but the very strong Nyron Butler is there alongside the Moneyfield player, just to outmuscle him and just come away with the ball. Brown. Now Birmingham on this right-hand side. Back into Brown. He looks like a good player, that Joel Brown. Just has the opportunity just to make a pass and play a pass and actually look for the pass as well. No one closing him down there from Leatherhead. But it is cleared. Haig does well, holds the ball up with his chest, lays it off to Cisse. Cisse now, what's he going to do? Looking for an ambitious pass through to Antwi. Doesn't get there. It's cut out by the centre half. Starting to hear a few moans and groans in the crowd. A little bit of frustration creeping in from the Tanners fans. And now we've got Pearce on the ball. Plays it to Masango. Masango goes up the line to Antwi. Tries to control it. He's got 3 players around him. He's going to struggle to get any change out of them this afternoon, I think, unless he can break free and get some time. But anyway, it's a misplaced pass, and now Haig has got it. But that's going to be, Haig was ever so lucky. He got the ball back, and he turned and slipped. And as he slipped, he put his hand down to stop himself from falling and managed to touch the ball. And he's given away, well, a golden opportunity, really. But he did handle the ball, but not intentional. But still 0-0. 34 minutes on the clock. Masango into Antwi. Holds it up, lays it off, gives it back. Back to Pearce. Pearce plays it onto his left foot and goes long, looking for Haig. Haig's out-muscled again by the 6, Tom Kane. And that goes all the way back to Callum Smart. Kavanagh to Headley. Headley goes past one, lays it off to Cisse, gives it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh plays a good ball on the volley to Headley, who takes it down well, but unfortunately then loses possession. But wins a throw in on the far side to Leatherhead anyway. Just checking the scores. Any more scores to talk about in our division? Sutton Common Rovers have taken the lead at Bashley. Other than that, it's all the scores as they were before. Nearly missed an opportunity there. The ball's played in to Cisse, but Smart was out and collected. Birmingham. Into Scott. Hills. Fitzgerald. To Butler. Butler out wide to Cisse. 10 yards in the Moneyfield half. He gives it back to Butler. Bang on the halfway line. He chips a ball in to Antwi on the right-hand side of the edge of the box. He's done well. He's managed to turn and get across him, but Smart was out to catch it. Oh, that's a good turn and a good take on the turn by Callum Laycock. With Pearce coming close, balls comes in, Wheeler's out, catches it well. Danger over. Well done, Sonny. End to end now for the first time in the whole match. Cisse tries to play in Haig, but it's a loose pass, so it's gone out for a throw in. Smart with the ball. Plays one left-footed. It's a flick on, but Masango should get there. And it does, but Wheeler has to come out and make sure. Clears the ball from outside his box. He goes long, headed away by the big centre-half. Ends up at Cisse's feet, though. Still a lot for him to do. Plays it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh into Haig. Haig out to Headley. Headley, left-footed cross. Good cross into the box from Headley. It's dropped to the feet of Huckle. Well, he had a chance to pull the trigger there. He did, in fact, try and get a shot off. It dropped rather fortuitously to him, but it was a good block in the end by the Moneyfield defender. That's gone out for a corner to the Tanners. Last-ditch defending there by Moneyfields. What's going on here? There's a bloke in front of me with a Derby County jacket on. That's not what a Nottingham Forest fan wants to see, is it, Dave?
Need to have crowd segregation.
Might have to have some words with him. I can't. He's on crutches. Leave him alone. Corner comes in, cleared by Moneyfields. Cisse has the ball, but it's nicked off of him by Scott Hills. Up to the halfway line in a battle with Haig. He's still got the ball though, Hills. Does well. Lays it back to Martin. Plays it inside to Joel Brown. Brown now. Running towards the halfway line. Plays it across to Lawrence Cooper. Cooper. Sprays the ball wide. Well, I don't know who that is on the right, left-hand side for Moneyfield, but he did well to control that, chested it down and kept it in. Still got the ball. He's cut back. Can he get across? And he can get across in. Big number 10's in there. That's a header. Not sure who that came off. The referee's given it a goal kick. Headley. Butler. Into Pearce, back to Butler. across to Kavanagh. Kavanagh now to Masango. Outside to Huckle. Huckle does well. Can he take on Birmingham? Doesn't need to, so gives it back to Masango. Goes back to Kavanagh. And across to Fitzgerald. Across again to Butler, who's charging into box. Chips a lovely ball over the top, but too far. Smart comes out. Gathers it quite easily. Joel Brown now switches the ball from middle of the park to the left-hand side. Moneyfield in possession on the left wing. Again, are they going to get across in? They are. Looking for the big players in the middle. And that is going to be in the back of the net, but it's offside. It's offside. It was a good cross in. Was met by the header, one of the Moneyfield players. He headed it sort of downwards, and one of the players crept in around the back, but he was in an offside position. So offside, thankfully. Uxbridge now 4-1 up at home to Guernsey. Rains Park Vale have taken the lead at Farnham Town. Cameron Black scoring for Rains Park Vale. Cameron Black, of course, who was down here for a period of time on loan from Dorking Wanderers, has now signed full time for Rains Park Vale. Wheeler to Butler. Butler across to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Masango. Masango looking for Huckle. Lays it back off to Masango. Good play. Antwi. Just, again, not getting much change at the moment, the new sign-in. Not easy for him up there on his own. He's up against two big, strong centre-halves. Westford have pulled one back against Southall. It's now 1-1 there at Southall. Just turn him down, mate. And that looked like a foul on Haig. Nothing given. Cleared. Mate. Yeah. It's on there, don't we? Just keep turning him down. Just keep turning him down. Sorry. Just do a little mic check. Right, ball cleared by Moneyfields. 42 minutes on the clock. Trying to find the number 10, Callum Laycock. Butler clears it up the field. And Haig tries to flick it on. Doesn't manage to do so. That's gone out for a throw-in. Let's go. Right. Ball's back with Callum Smart now in goal for Moneyfields. That's a good flick on. Two Leatherhead players went for the ball. They both missed it. It was flicked on by the 9 from Moneyfields. There's a ball played in front in the box. Good work from Nyron Butler. Superb work from Butler there. Really strong. They did very, very well. Comes away with it, but it's not cleared completely. And now Joel Brown has the ball. Tries to get a 1-2 going, but Fitzgerald is there. He nicks it for the Tanners. The ball's played along. The 6 is there for Moneyfields. Wins the header. Now Martin has the ball on the far side. Joel Brown, the little playmaker for Moneyfields, plays it back to his big centre half. So, no way forwards for Moneyfields, so they go back and start again. Joel Brown charging up to the halfway line. Nice little footwork, a nice little 1-2 between him and another player. Comes back to Brown. Brown gives it to Birmingham. Leatherhead sitting back. That's a good split pass there. He's found Birmingham advancing on the right-hand side. Gets across him, but it is cut out by Huckle. And now Masango needs to release the ball quickly. He does, but it doesn't get to where it needs to go, which is Antwi. Birmingham. Lawrence Cooper on the ball. Martin plays the ball in to Michael De Souza. He tries to play it through. Pearce is there. 4 minutes added time in the first half. Fans already making their way to the bar. De Souza now picking the ball up in the Leatherhead half. He's giving it out wide. Another chance for them to get a cross in. They do get a cross in. Pearce is going to get there though. Pearce does. Headers it clear. Fitzgerald flicks it on. He's lost his bandage in doing so, but he's got the ball. He tried to play a ball first time over the top. Smart's there. He's out of his goal. He headers it clear. Martin's now got the ball for Moneyfields, and now the attackers broken down, and Moneyfields can just play out from the back again. Smart tries to play a ball out to Birmingham, but you need to be pretty crouched to get that one. That's gone straight over his head and gone out for a throw in, which Masango takes, gives it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald into Masango, into Kavanagh. Kavanagh now over on the far side to George Headley. Headley tries to play it in, cut out by Martin, but it goes back to Nyron Butler. Butler's still got the ball, but Moneyfield's quite happy just for us to just sitting back and happy for us to play with the ball in front of them on our halfway line. Not going to score from there, to be fair. Cisse turns, goes charging towards goal. He's dispossessed, but it does end up back with Antwi. He's done well, trying to create an opportunity for himself. It's the first attempt that he's had. Some really good footwork there by Ruben Bartlett Antwi on a new signing for the Tanners. Created a half an opportunity for himself on the edge of the box. Got the ball out under his feet and hit it left-footed, but he was just leaning back as he hit it, and it went probably about 4 feet over the bar. But good sign, good footwork, with 3 players around him as well. So, goal kick. Smart to take. Goes along. Kavanagh gets his head on it. It drops to Joel Brown. He plays the ball over the top, but Pearce is there. Doesn't mess around and just clears his lines. Goes out for a throw now to Moneyfields. Birmingham to take into Brown. Ball goes all the way back to Jack Lee on the halfway line. Gives it to Martin outside of him. Gives it back into Joel Brown. Kavanagh gets a foot in. Kavanagh gets a foot in. Up to Antwi. Big centre half there. Doesn't mess around. Clears again. And now ball's over the top. It's Butler shepherding the ball back to Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler comes out. Yep. Good work from Nyron Butler and from Wheeler. Wheeler goes long. Haig is up there. Won't win that header against Jack Lee. And now Lawrence Cooper comes away with the ball on the halfway line, but Kavanagh gets a foot in. Slides, makes a tackle, gives it out to Cisse, but he's tried to play in George Headley, but he's kicked it out. That's gone out for a throw-in. Throw taken. Kavanagh's got it though. He volleys it. And in turn, so does Tom Kane, but it's dropped on the edge of the box, and Moneyfields haven't quite dealt with it, although they do now. Lawrence Cooper can come away with it up to the halfway line, gives it to Joel Brown. They're advancing quickly. De Souza, rather fortuitous for Leatherhead. The ball hits him in the back of the heel, and then he plays it behind Birmingham, who's now running back towards his own goal. And the referee blows for half time here at Fetcham Grove. It's Leatherhead 0, Moneyfields 0. I'll tell you what's going on in the division. Half times around the grounds at the moment. Ascot 0, Hayes and Yeading United 0. Farnham Town 0, Rains Park Vale 1. Hanworth Villa 0, Binfield 0. Horndean 0, Harrow Borough 0. Kingstonians 1, Ashford Town Middlesex 0. Leatherhead nil, Moneyfield nil, Rayners Lane nil, Met Police nil, South Park nil, Hartley Wintney 1, Southall 1, Westfield 1, Sutton Common Rovers 2, Badshot Lee nil, Uxbridge 4, Guernsey 1. That's your half-time results around the grounds at the moment. That Uxbridge game is on the 88th minute, by the way. Earlier kick-off due to Guernsey having to fly over. So the story of the game so far, not a lot to really talk about. It's not been a very exciting game, I have to say. I've tried to make it sound as exciting as I possibly can. 2 attempts on target for Moneyfields, both saved by Sonny Wheeler quite comfortably. And to my knowledge, no saves so far for Callum Smart. A couple of attempts on goal. One was blocked and the one that went slightly over. So that's the story of it so far. And I'm being reliably informed that the attendance for today's game is 436 here at Fetcham Grove. 436. I'm going to have a break, have a little drink, and I will be back for the second half. So I'm going to disconnect this feed now and keep an eye out for the feed that will start again just before kickoff of the second half. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to joining or having the... Oh, here we go. Here comes Dave. I'll see you in the second half. Good afternoon, back with you. Just about to, well, not just about to kick off, probably kick off in a couple of minutes' time. Thanks for rejoining. 45 minutes have gone. No goals on the scoreline so far. Leatherhead nil, Moneyfields nil. Having a little conversation at half-time. Standout player so far has to be Joel Brown, I think, for Moneyfields. Good little player. Quite creative, dropping back, picking the ball up well, spinning and then playing the ball off. I'm going to check. I think he may well be on loan from Dorking Wanderers. Let's have a little search, the power of Google. Yes, midfielder for Dorking Wanderers. I assume he's still there. It's a long way for him to go on loan, all the way down to the south coast. Anyway, Moneyfields get us underway. They go long, looking for the left winger. Headley's there, gets his head to it. Brown taps it back in, but Headley's back there again. And it ends up at Joel Brown's feet. He plays it out wide, so Scott Hills cuts it inside. Headley then plays it into the overlap position, and Fitzgerald does well to slide in and stop Martin from getting on the ball. Headley throws it up to Haig. Ball drops down. Now Moneyfields have got the ball. And ball's played out wide to the left-hand side. Headley does get a foot in. And I think one of the Moneyfield players has changed his shirt. Right, throw. D'Souza on the ball. Butler gets there, plays it forward to Marco Hay. Can he play a ball into Antwi? He can. Antwi now, 1v2 on the edge of the box. Oh, gets the ball stuck under his feet. And that's some good defending and shielding of the ball. And the goalkeeper comes out and jumps on it. I think I'm right in saying, correct me if I'm wrong, yes, I think that Joel Brown has donned the 17 shirt. Just to confuse me, the number 7 for Moneyfields is now number 17 for Moneyfields. Anyway, Moneyfields on the attack here. Scott Hills on the ball on his left wing with Butler shepherding him and trying to get the ball off him. Cisse comes back and helps out. He does nick the ball, but Hills nicks it back, and Moneyfields do have the ball now with Joel Brown. Played across to Lawrence Cooper. He goes out wider to Birmingham. Ball's then received back, and it's back to Birmingham again. They've had a sitting deep. And that's a ball into the 10. That's Callum Laycock. He lays it off to James Franklin. Franklin now gives it back. And that ball's played in, and Fitzgerald is there. Headley. Headley looking for a pass, tries to play it in, but it's intercepted by Martin. Here comes Masango, plays a ball into the box and had to be dealt with by the back line of Moneyfields. It was dealt with by Jack Lee. Kicked the ball out, cleared his lines. He's gone out for a throw in right down by the corner flag to Leatherhead. Throw taken. Cisse gives it to Headley. Gets a cross in. It does go to the front of the box, but it's hooked clear by Moneyfields. It bounces in the crowd. Nearly hits the people in front of us and nearly in the bin. Fitzgerald. He's not going to take it. He's going to give it to Headley. Headley gets the ball back from Fitzgerald. Tries a pass, doesn't get there. Joel Brown's got the ball. Back heels it, gives it to Martin, and that's gone out. Throw into the Tanners. Headley into Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald outside of his foot over to the far side to Masango. Masango into Huckle. Kavanagh. Bit of frustration now from the Leatherhead supporters. You can hear it. A few moans and groans coming in. And now Leatherhead are dispossessed. And it's up to the 10, Callum Laycock, who holds it up well and then lays it off. But Masango will get there. Good work from him. Gives away the throw in. Throw taken by Birmingham. Ends up with Jack Lee now on the halfway line for Moneyfields. Plays a good pass on this left-hand side, left wing. Ball's clipped in. Butler's there, cuts it out. He's been solid this afternoon, Nyron Butler, for Leatherhead. And now there's a head injury, and the ref's held up play. And that's Haig, I think, got a little bang on the head. We've already had two of those this afternoon. Two players brandishing and donning bandages around their heads. That's going to be a drop ball. He's going to give it to, not quite sure what he's doing. He's drop ball, give it to Leatherhead. Fitzgerald gives it to Pearce. Pearce gives it to Butler. Butler now chips the ball. He goes long. He's looking for our new signing entry. But the big centre half is there. It's done well. They look good at the back. And of course, a few players out this afternoon. Lucas Franzen-Jones suspended following that sending off against Ashford Town Middlesex. Would have been quite good to see him and Antwi up front this afternoon. Anyway, ball comes in the box, headed clear by Moneyfields. Knocked on a little bit further. But Masango's there, and so's Kavanagh. Can he put a cross in? No. Gives it back to Masango. Masango now tries to cross it. It's cut out. Then played up into the middle of the park by Moneyfields. Joel Brown with a great ball first time, and it's a 2v2 situation here. Shot comes in, over the bar. Could have played that across, really, the Moneyfields player. D'Souza, had he done so. There was James Franklin waiting to collect the ball, but he went alone. And the ball went over the and wide of the goal. High and wide. Looks like Leatherhead are going to make their first substitution. Butler. Into Cisse. Cisse. Back to Butler. Into Haig. Haig now. Outside to George Headley on the right wing. George Headley now. Looking for a pass back to Haig and gives it to him. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Marco Haig. And that's going to be a booking. for the number 5, Jack Lee. Yeah, naughty tackle on Haig.
More like Bruce Lee.
More like Bruce Lee, yeah. Yellow card to the cheer of the Tanners behind the goal. So, 52 on the clock. The Leatherhead look to be making a substitution. Looks like they want to get this substitution done before they take the free kick. Seb Karcheski is going to be coming on for the Tanners. I'm trying to see who that is coming off. Number 7. Cisse off.
Substitution for the Tanners replacing number 7, Anwar Cisse.
Yep. Ref's gone. Why has the ref gone all the way across to the substitution? Not quite sure why he's gone all the way across.
Number 12, Seb Karcheski.
That's what the linesman deals with. Seb's on. Just in time for a big free kick into the box from Kavanagh. Refs run from one side of the pitch to the other, really quite unnecessarily there. Not quite sure what that's all about. And now he's standing alongside Tom Kavanagh, who's going to be taking his free kick. Right. Strange from the ref, but nonetheless. Right, anyway, free kick. Kavanagh to take. Comes in, good free kick. Met by Karcheski, who's just come on the pitch, but met it well, but got underneath it. It's gone straight over, not just the goal, but it's gone over the netting as well that stops the ball from going out the ground, so that ball has gone out the ground. Quite a high header. Would have been a great story, wouldn't it, had he come on and put the ball straight in the back of the net for Leatherhead, but sadly not to be. Southall now 2-1 up at home to Westfield. Sutton Common Rovers now 3-0 up against Badshot Lee. And full-time at Uxbridge, they've finished 4-1 winners over Guernsey. Smart. Goal kick. Played forward by Kavanagh. And now Smart clears his lines. And that goes out for a throw into Leatherhead on the far side. Ball played forward. Butler gets up on the halfway line, wins that header. Masango wins the second header. Karcheski's there. He lays it back to Masango. Goes past him though. And Moneyfield picked the ball up. Butler is there to help the defence out, and that now goes out for a throw-in right on the halfway line to the Tanners. Still 1-0, the big game, top of the table. Farnham 0, Rains Park Vale 1. Throw taken. Ball comes into the middle there. Foot up from Haig, he doesn't get it under control. And now Moneyfields can come away with it. Up to the halfway line. James Franklin gives the ball into Joel Brown. Brown gives it to Kieran Martin. Huckle's there to intercept the header. Martin wins it back though. Plays it infield. And now it seems like Moneyfield have a bit of urgency about them, playing the ball around, passing the ball well and holding on to it well. So as we stand in the league, Kingstonians have now gone top as we stand. They're 1-0 up. And Farnham Town are 1-0 down. So what does that do to Leatherhead's current score with Leatherhead? Well, it doesn't do anything to Leatherhead. Leatherhead currently at 15th and stay 15th, but Moneyfields, because Sutton Common Rovers are 3-0 up, Moneyfields drop down to 17th if the score or all of the scores stay the same. Throw to Moneyfields. Kavanagh intercepts, gives the ball back to Headley. He goes long looking for Carchetti. He tried to spin and turn, but it's headed clear by Jack Lee. Ball's bouncing around the middle of the park now. Kieran Martin's there. So's Kavanagh with a header. And there's a long ball played, but Pearce is there. And it's a lot of head tennis going on. Martin picks the ball up, another header. Headley gets his head to it. Martin takes it down on his shoulder, or tries to, but that goes out. That's a throw into Leatherhead right in front of us. Fitzgerald. He goes long. Headed clear. We're not getting much joy out of those two centre-halves today so far. Butler over on the far side to Masango. Antwi and Karcheski both in the box. That's an awful cross. In fact, that's gone out of the ground. I'm hoping that's taken a bobble. Going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's on the far side. We can't see it. But it's certainly cleared the down.
2 uncollected football prizes. £5 prize won by Yellow 288, and the £100 prize won by White 226. Both not been collected yet. Please come to the viewers.
Callum Smart to take the goal kick for Moneyfields. Flicked on in the middle of the park by Moneyfields player. Receives it again. That's a good strong header. And D'Souza's there up against George Headley. Can he get a shot off? He can. But it's straight down the throat of Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler just rolls it in front of him. And Wheeler now does go long. Looking for Haig. Haig does get it. He flicks it on to Karcheski. Holds it up well. Can he get there again? He can get there. Yeah, well done, Seb. Back to Headley. Headley clips one forwards. Cleared by Moneyfields. D'Souza loses it. Karcheski flicks it on, and now Antwi could be in here. Can he get it down? It's up against a big centre-half who's been really good all game, I have to say. And he's done ever so well there. Ever so well. Number 5, Jack Lee for Moneyfields. Headley to Haig. Haig inside to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald turns, and there's a leg stuck out. James Franklin, and that's going to be a yellow card. A cynical foul. .60 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Moneyfield player's gone down in the meantime. Not the one who fouled Fitzgerald, but the centre half. Looks like a bit of cramp. He's stretching his calves out. So, free kick now to Leatherhead, which Kavanagh will take. Some 15 yards inside the Leatherhead half. Does clip it in. Smart comes out, grabs that all day long. Moneyfield come away with it on the halfway line. Pearce does well, cuts a ball out that could have led to some danger there for Leatherhead. He plays it forward to Antwi. Antwi tries to get Karcheski in. It's cut out, but it does end up back with Kavanagh. Goes out wide to George Headley. Headley to Haig. Haig, good play from him. Gives it to Fitzgerald. Can he get a cross in now? He's on the right wing position. Cuts back onto his left. Does get across. Good ball. Whips it in. Headed clear. Not quite fully clear. It's back in the box. And Smart comes out and catches. Uh, 1-1 now at Farnham Town. They've equalised against Rains Park Vale. Joe Jackson. Not that Joe Jackson. You must have been stepping out to get that goal. Antwi into Marco Haig on the edge of the box. Here we go. Karcheski can have a chance. Can he lay it off? Can he shoot? He turns, blocked. Shot comes in. Goes wide from Masango, but it's better from Leatherhead. Better, better, better. Thought that Karcheski was going to get a shot off there. Didn't take it first time. Perhaps could have. Anyway, shot did come off in the end from Masango, but it went wide. Ascot United 2-0 up at Hayes and Yedding this afternoon. Horndean 1-0 up at Harrow Borough. Check to see what that's done. That Farnham goal. Kingstonian still top. Still top. With the scores the way they currently are. Ball goes long. Antwi gets a flick on. Karcheski's up there. Doesn't get there. Cleared by Moneyfields up to the halfway line. Ball then goes forwards. Pearce is there. Sees the ball out. Shepherds it out well. Gives it back. Throws it in to Sonny Wheeler. Wheeler's now got the ball at his feet and going forwards. Here he goes long. Ball's headed forwards and then eventually cleared by Kavanagh up to Antwi. He's right on the shoulder of that centre half who has dealt with it really well, to be fair to him. Again, some good work from Jack Lee at the back. Pearce into Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald. Back to Butler. Butler goes wide, switches play out here on this right-hand side to George Headley. Gives it into Haig. Can he turn? He can, but he's still got two players in front of him. So he's going to give it back to Headley. Right decision there from Haig. Headley can't pass forward, so he gives it back to Sonny Wheeler. And now Pearce has the ball. Fitzgerald. Pearce. Long up to Karcheski. Karcheski to Haig. He lays it off to Huckle. Huckle gives it back to Headley. Headley gives it back to Huckle. Back to Fitzgerald. To Huckle. And then back again to Headley. Headley's going to try and switch the ball. That's not a good ball. That goes straight to a Moneyfield player. Trying to switch it over to Nyron Butler. But the ball is picked up by Kavanagh, given to Butler, who then goes long. And now Moneyfields have the ball on the halfway line. It's played into number 10. That's Callum Laycott. He gives it out wide. Cross is blocked by Butler. Good defensive work by him. There's a throw in on the far side now to Moneyfields. Throw taken. And attempted to knock it back to the thrower there, the player over the far side. He's kicked it out, and that's a Leatherhead throw. Anyway, Butler charging forward towards the halfway line. Goes long over the top. That's Antwi. Takes it down well. First time, mid-air. But he's out on the left wing position. He's not going to score from there. And there's a little bit of argy-bargy between him and the centre half. It looked like the centre half kicked through him as he was down on the ground. And I think a free kick has been given to Leatherhead. Yep, free kick to Leatherhead. Which Kavanagh will take. 67 on the clock. Everybody bar Masango and Fitzgerald are up in the box or on the edge of the box. Alfie Huckle's on the edge of the box. There are big back line, and they've got a big, tall goalkeeper as well. So they're going to do well to win this one in the air Leatherhead. Let's see what Kavanagh can do. Ball comes in, which in a pace. It's met, it's flicked on, hits the bar, comes back, lands. Free kick given. I think that was a header from Karczewski, wasn't it? It looked like it was Karczewski. Yep. Great. He met the header fantastically well, flicked it on, rattled the crossbar, and as it came down, there was a foul on a Westfield player. Sorry, I keep saying Westfield again. Moneyfield player. And that could have been the opener from Seb. Good free kick in by Tom Kavanagh as well. And the free kick has been given. Callum Smart
Substitution for Moneyfields.
puts the ball down. Cooper's gone off for Moneyfields. Harry Sargent coming on. Headley with the header. Antwi's up there trying to win the ball. Again, the big number 5, Jack Lee, wins that battle. Very physical player, strong player. There's going to be a throw on to Moneyfields, halfway in their own half, which will be taken by Jack Lee. Throw taken. Headley's got there. He clears it. Headed again by Lee. Butler to Fitzgerald in the middle of the park. Sargent's there with him. Ball bobbing around a bit. Sargent gets over. He tries to play a ball out wide, but actually plays it to Masango. Masango can now advance towards the box. Can't get across it. It's cut out. Doesn't quite go out. They still got it. Still in play. Might get a second bite of the cherry here. Twisting and turning. Gets across him, but it's along the ground. It's cleared easily by Moneyfields. Alfie Huckle's got the ball now. Hooks one out to Antwi. Brings it down well. Does quite well, actually. Haig, though, gets in there as well. Nothing comes of it. Moneyfields, in fact, come away with it. And Joel Brown now has the ball. Good player. Low centre of gravity. Good technical player. It's a foul on Brown. Brown takes. Plays it into Franklin. Franklin's got the ball. Comes across the Leatherhead back line, but Headley's there and dispossesses him. Tries to play a ball out. It's blocked. But it goes to Kavanagh. Kavanagh gives it to Masango. Plays it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh's looking for a long pass. Decides not to. He's pointing where he wants players to be. He's thrown his arms up in frustration. Pierce to Headley. Headley to Fitzgerald. Plays it, curls it, right footed outside to Antwi. He does well. He slips over, but he manages to play the ball back to Haig. And then that ball's a little bit short. And now Moneyfields are coming away on the halfway line. Picked up by Scott Hills. He tries to play a pass, but Nyland Butler picks up now. He's charging at the box out to Masango. Tries a cross, and I think that's, again, miskicked it. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Starting attendance is 436. That's 436. Thank you as always for your support.
Smart with a goal kick. Not the best clearance. Doesn't meet the halfway line, and Masango's now got the ball. Goes forward. Karcheski flicks it on. Antwi is there. Gives it back to Masango. Butler. Back to Masango. Tackled there by the Moneyfield player, and it goes out for a throw-in to Leatherhead. 72 on the clock. Throw taken back to Butler. Butler now gives it across field to George Headley. Headley into Karcheski. Lays it back to Headley. Headley inside to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald turns out. He's charging towards the box, looking for a pass. Plays it in to Antwi. Again, he's got a player right beside him. March him all the way, all game. And now, Sargent can run at the box for Moneyfield. Tries to put a cross in. It's cut out by, first of all, Tom Kavanagh, and then the loose change was picked up by Sonny Wheeler. He then rolls it out to Butler. Ball's play forward. Antwi over on the far side. Again, getting no change out of Tom Kane this afternoon, the other centre half for Moneyfields. So signs are good there for Antwi. Just unfortunately playing up there on his own at the moment for most of the game. That's not easy. Little break in play. Looks like there's going to be a substitution. Throw taken up to Karcheski, heads it infield. Antwi's there again, being shepherded by the centre half, and that's gone out. That's going to be a corner to Leatherhead. 74 minutes on the clock. And a yellow card has been shown to Moneyfield. I'm not sure why. Oh, and there's a bit of argy-bargy, and someone's gone down on the edge of the box. And someone next to me saying it could be a red. I'm not quite sure what's happened. The big number 5, Jack Lee, has gone down for Moneyfields. Not sure what's happening. Perhaps a bit of frustration creeping in.
Common sense, common sense.
And who's the referee going to be speaking to? Not sure who he's speaking to here, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, he hasn't spoken to anybody. Oh, again, I think it's between Pearce and the big centre half. They're trying to hold each other off. The ball's come in now. It's gone back post, and it's headed by Pearce, I think that was. It's gone from one side of the pitch to the other and back again, and now Headley is in a foot race with Jack Lee getting booed by the Tanners fans, the villain of the pantomime. The ball was played long. Wheeler's out. Wheeler misses the header, and that's an open goal. And Wheeler's come out and missed the ball. He had to go for it with his head because he was out of the box. It's gone over, and Moneyfields have taken the lead in the 76th minute here. It's gone from one end of the pitch to the other. And Moneyfields take the lead. It looks like he's down. It looks like he's hurt as well. Perhaps he was caught when he met the ball. Scored? Who scored? Number 11, James Franklin, was the goal scorer for Moneyfields on the counter. Didn't you just know something like that was going to happen today? You could feel the frustration around the grounds from the fans. It's gone very quiet all of a sudden here at Fetcham Grove.
Yeah, I think so.
And you know, they haven't really, neither team have been really trouble. I mean, Leatherhead have hit the bar in the second half. That's the closest we've come all game. In terms of Moneyfields, yeah, they had a couple of shots in the first half, but nothing to really trouble Wheeler. He dealt with them easily, as you'd expect him to do, but they have that break, and it leads to a goal for Moneyfields. 78 on the clock. Leatherhead with it all to do now. Wheeler has got the ball. It's been played back to him from the kickoff. He goes long. And now it's cleared. And expect now some long clearances from Moneyfields. Expect possibly some time wasting as well. It was a well taken goal. Yeah, you're right, Rod. It was a well taken goal. You finished it really well, actually, because it would have been very easy to miss it from there, but he did well, slotted it away well. So let's see what that does to our current league position. 15th at the start of play. We're now 16th in the league. 16th in the league, and Moneyfields have actually leapfrogged us. They were 16th at the start of the game. They're now 15th, where we were.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Smart in goal. Hasn't had a lot to do. I don't think he's had a save to make all game, actually. He's got the ball in his hands. He's going to go long. It goes very high, but not very long at all. And Kavanagh picks it up, headed by Tom Kane, hoofed clear by Jack Lee, up to the 11 again, which is Franklin, the goal scorer, into D'Souza. Joel Brown's on the overlap. Into Franklin. Franklin's got the ball. He puts the ball in. Wheeler's there. Tries to catch it, spills it. It's cleared by Butler. A difficult ball for him to take. And now Huckle has the ball in the middle of the park. Clips it outside to Masango. Can Leatherhead salvage anything here? Kavanagh. Out wide to Masango. Can he get a cross in? Needs to get one in now. Decides not to cross it. Plays it back to Fitzgerald. Across to George Headley. Headley to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now into Haig. Haig turns, does well. Thought about shooting, but played it out wide to Headley on this right-hand side. He gets across it. It's taken a deflection. And that's going to go out for a corner. Although it did look potentially like Fitzgerald got the last touch on that. Corner to the Tanners. Farnham Town have gone 2-1 up now against Rains Park Vale. Well, substitution for Moneyfields. Leaving the field is Marco D'Souza, number 8. And can't quite see who's coming on because there's no board gone up, so we don't know who's coming on. But D'Souza is definitely off, recognisable by the bandage around his head from the first 10 minutes of the first half. Anyway, Kavanagh, ball comes in. Good corner, good header. Off the line, cleared off the line. Saved by Smart. Hoofed clear by Moneyfields. Masango gives the ball back to Sonny Wheeler. Sonny Wheeler pushes the ball. It goes long. George Barker on for Moneyfields. And that looks like a foul. Much to the disgust of all of the fans, lots of young voices behind the goal for Leatherhead. So I'm not sure who that foul is for, but certainly the player's gone down. I don't know if that was a foul. We'll soon find out. That's the big number 5, Jack Lee. Anyway, free kick. Is it a free kick? No, it's a drop ball. Sorry, drop ball he's going to give out. So the pantomime villain, Jack Lee, has gone off after receiving his treatment. He'll be coming straight back on, and guess what? There'll be absolutely nothing wrong with him. That's all part of the modern game. We can't complain about it. We'd be doing the same if we were in that position. Headley got the ball. He pumps it into the box. It's aimed for Masango. He's not going to win that header, that's for sure. Half cleared with a block there by Butler, by Moneyfields, and that goes out for a throw in on the far side to Moneyfields.
He's still 99.4% certain of making
Throw taken, flicked on. Kavanagh's in the middle of the park. He's won that header, but it's bounced around a little bit. And now Huckle's got it. Huckle's got it. He gives it to Kavanagh. He gives it all the way back to Wheeler. Wheeler puts his foot on it, steadies himself, and then plays a long ball up to Haig. Doesn't win that header. It's won by Martin. Huckle flicks it over on the outside to Masango. Can he get a cross in? No, it's blocked. And that's going to go out. And there's another player gone down on the far side. That's gone out for a corner to Leatherhead. Well, they're waving for the physio to come on, but she hadn't finished walking around the pitch from seeing to the last player, so she was right behind the referee. So Leatherhead had one off the bar in the second half and one cleared off the line. In amongst a corner. I didn't quite see who met the header that was cleared off the line. Leatherhead have got just over 5 minutes now with a little bit of stoppage time to salvage at least a point from this game. Kavanagh will take the corner. Corner comes in. It's deep. Goes through. Shouts for a handball there, and it was Pearce who the ball met his hand most definitely. So free kick, and Moneyfields can clear the ball in their own time. Smart now to take the free kick. She nicked a couple of yards in doing so. Ball goes long. Met by Haig and Huckle on the second header. Cleared by the back line of Moneyfields. Pearce is there underneath it. Huckle now has got the ball in the middle of the park. Ball, foot goes in from Joel Brown. Now he's on the ball, but he's lost it and it's gone out for a throw-in to Leatherhead. Headley with a throw-in. 87 minutes on the clock. Flicked on by Haig. Met by Martin. Fitzgerald's picked it up in the middle of the park. He gives it to Kavanagh. Kavanagh gives it out wide to Masango. Is he going to beat his man? He is going to beat his man. Now get a nice crossing. Come on. Cuts it back to the edge of the box. Looks like Fitzgerald on the edge of the box trying to plays it in. Oh, plays it in to the feet of Antwi. Great turn and shot on the half volley. Must have taken a deflection. The referee deemed it to do so. And that is a corner to Leatherhead. 88 minutes fast approaching on the clock now. Kavanagh with the corner. Goes deep again. Can it be met? It's met. It's still there. It's bouncing around. It's dropped. Is it going to go in? It's cleared off the line again by the Moneyfields player. Leatherhead applying the pressure here. Kavanagh's got the ball on the right-hand side. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's a little bit behind everybody. It was a left foot cross, and now it's a foot race between Masango and one of the new players that have come on. I think George Barker, that is. Actually, not Barker, it's Isaac Kamin. Crossed by Kavanagh, doesn't go anywhere. Kamin has got the ball now. He looks fresh. He's got new legs. He can run against Masango, but he does well, Masango. Nicks the ball off of him. And now the ball's played across to Nyron Butler.
So after to man of the match, chosen by our match sponsors, True Potential Wealth Management, is Leatherhead's number 2, Nyron Butler.
Yep, man of the match, been solid at the back. Been solid at the back, Nyron Butler. Well, excuse me. So let's have a look to see what the scores are around the grounds. Ascot 2-1 up at Hazen Yedding. Farnham 2-1 up at home to Rains Park Vale. Hanworth and Binford is 0-0. Horndean 1, Harrow Borough 0. Kingstonian 1, Ashford Town 6-0. Leatherhead 0, of course. Moneyfields 1. Rainers Lane and Met Places 0-0. South Park 1, Hartley Whitney 2. Southall 2, Westfield 1. Sutton Common Rovers 3, Badgetotley 0. And here we go again. Wheeler's out, does well this time. Deals with it, clears the ball, and then the final game this afternoon finished already due to a kick-off was Uxbridge 4, Guernsey 1. 5 minutes of added time. Butler, long ball. Ball's headed back in. Callum Smart's out. Easy catch for him. Smart rolls the ball out. Goes long. Pearce is underneath that. Wins the head up. But it is picked up by the 12. That's George Barker. But Butler's there. Kaczewski tries to win the ball, but doesn't. And that is now Kavanagh in the right back position. Goes long, flicked on by Huckle. We could be in here. It's Antwi, the new signing. Can he score? No pen. Little shove. You have to say, good defending again by the number 5. Brilliant defending by Jack Lee at the back. I think he's been their best player. He's kept Antwi quite quiet this afternoon. And he just nudged him at the right time there and put him off. Otherwise, that could have been the equaliser for Leatherhead. Moneyfields, ball goes through. It's going to go through to Sonny Wheeler. Picks the ball up. Takes no time, goes forward, knocks it up to Karczewski, goes over his head, hits the Moneyfields player and goes out for a throw. Now Butler to Masango on the overlap. Puts a ball in, half cleared by Moneyfield. Karczewski chases, he's got the ball, he's laid it back to Kavanagh. He needs to put the ball in the box, he does, he goes deep, headed clear by Moneyfields. Fitzgerald picks up the loose ball, gives it back to Headley. Headley plays it out wide to Kavanagh. Kavanagh now puts a good ball in again. Karczewski's up there, but it's semi-cleared again by Moneyfields. Kavanagh's now got the ball right on the edge of the box. Can he get across? He can. Clips one in. Great cross. Good header. Cleared. And now Moneyfields can, in fact, clear the ball. And they go long this time. Pearce is there, though. And now Headley picks the ball up. Kavanagh has got it. just inside the Moneyfield half. 92.5 minutes fast approaching. Butler plays it in, looking for Kavanagh, but doesn't quite get there, but it does end up coming to Headley. Headley puts the ball into the back post, headed clear again by the 5 for Moneyfields. The Tanners number 5 picks it up. That's Alex Pearce. He gives it to Kane Fitzgerald. Gives it to Masango. Tries to cross it in. It's low, easily cleared by Moneyfield. A few more groans around the ground, and that's a good ball, and he's not offside. He's going to go through on goal. This is a 2v1 situation. Headley does well, cuts the ball out. That could have been game over and good night Vienna. Instead, it's a corner to the to Moneyfield in the 93rd minute. Time running out now for Leatherhead. So, corner taken by Moneyfields. Playing it in the corner, nice and short. Trying to hold on to it and kill a bit of time. There's an offside flag gone up there on the far side. As the temperature has dropped now here at Fetcham Grove. Clock hits 94 minutes. We've got 1 minute left of the added time. Wheeler takes the free kick, goes long. Cleared by Moneyfields. Brown is there. He clips one over the top. So Heels now runs it down into the corner flag. No intention of crossing it at all whatsoever. That's a throw in. Farnham now back top of the league. Following that 2-1 lead at the moment. At home to Rains Park Vale. They've played 97 minutes there. Throw taken on the far side. Masango's back there. That's a foul on the Leatherhead player. And that could well be the end of the game. 16, Isaac came in, or Carmin. I suppose it's pronounced Kamin. Free kick taken, gone long. Drops kindly to Moneyfield in the edge of the, right in the middle of the park. It's hooked. Pearce is up there. He headers it forward, gives it to Headley. Headley plays it into Tom Kavanagh. Kavanagh goes, feigns to go one way, stops, now goes long. Tries to pump a ball into the box. Karcheski's up there, but so is Tom Kane. That's your full-time whistle. That's the full-time whistle. And that's it. The game was finished. Leatherhead 0, Moneyfields 1. Moneyfields are celebrating like they've won a cup final, which you can't really blame them, I suppose. Number 5, been a good player, Jack Lee. He's given it to the Leatherhead fans behind the goal. No need for that, really. But he has played exceptionally well. I thought he was a very good defender. I thought he was excellent. I would say probably their best player on the pitch, Moneyfields. So a disappointing game. I thought we were going to get something out of this today. I felt that it was, and I'm not going to use the phrase must win, but it's one of those games when you're playing teams around you down the bottom of the league. You are, when you play for a team like Leatherhead, you are unfortunately expected to win those type of games. And certainly if we want to meet get into the playoffs this year, that hasn't happened this afternoon. And the truth be known, we hit the bar and we had a couple cleared off the line. But actually, Callum Smart in goal, don't think he actually had a save to make this afternoon. So that bit is quite disappointing. Well, we'll see what Mr. Selly has to say after the game. I'm sure he won't be happy. It's finished here at Fetcham Grove, Leatherhead 0, Moneyfields 1, and they are enjoying every minute of the results. And you have to say you can't blame them. That's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the comms. I'm going to go and have a beer, I think. I think my voice needs it. Won't be here Tuesday, so I won't be doing any match day comms. It's my birthday Tuesday, so I shall be out with the missus celebrating. Well, not really celebrating because I'm going to be 54, but anyway, I'm waffling on now. I shall love you and leave you. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't bring you the result. Look forward to doing this all over again and hopefully getting a few results in the meantime. Take care. Thanks for tuning.